Welcome back to the 8th edition of the Restart Zone show, the show that gives you everything you need to get back up to speed to this week's racing action. I'm Jack, joined by my co-host Brady, and this week we're talking about chemical bonds. No, I'm just kidding. It's racing. It's just like every other week. We're talking about cars turning left.
Yo, somebody give me a fucking Oscar for that acting job I just put on, bro. Holy
This
moly.
guy's good. This guy's good. That's why we hired him.
Yeah.
And we pay him a lot of money to do this.
Who's we?
Oh, you don't know? Anyways, this week we were at Rockingham Raceway, a track that I love, honestly, more than I think a lot of other people.
It's interesting. I mean, I think it's a nice race for the O'Reillys and truck guys, and it's a nice way to have us
I think
have some racing on the off week for Cup.
Yeah, I think it's perfect because to be honest, and I don't want to talk about this too much because it's coming up again later. But I like that Cup doesn't run here. I just think it would stink. But if you need a weekend where Cup's going to be off,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah. It's like it's a track that I feel like O'Reilly and Truck can put on a show at,
Yeah.
and Cup, I don't think that they're
It
capable.
wouldn't be the same. Not in its current state,
No,
anyways.
definitely not.
But no, I just something about that track, man, just does it for me. Just something like aesthetically, it's just such a NASCAR track. I know that sounds so dumb.
It's
but
like I feel like it's as close to like regional short track racing as you can get for like pro NASCAR. Like as in terms of like as vibes go.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. It's like, to me, what I think would pop out if you just told ChatGPT to like make an intermediate track.
Yeah.
But I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, it's just such a NASCAR-y NASCAR track.
Yeah.
Every time I say that, it just sounds so stupid in my head. But like, something about it. I mean, the history. Like, it's such a history of great racing there.
Yeah.
And I think that while the racing isn't the same as it used to be back in its heyday, I don't think it means that it's bad at all.
No, and I mean the two races this weekend. I mean, they were nothing insane, but nothing.
I mean, I don't know. That truck series finish, they should have had me on the edge of my seat.
Now, as in terms of race as a whole, nothing absolutely jaw-dropping, but entertaining nonetheless.
I was very entertained, and I just love it. Like I said, it races different. It's not what we saw from old Rockingham, but it's so unique.
Yeah.
It's kind of short in length, but such high banks that they can still run really crazy speeds. And so it makes it, super edgy. I mean, every time guys go too wide through 3 and 4, I'm like, oh, is the guy on the bottom, is he going to lose side force and just slide up? And it's like, it's so fun when every time they go too wide, you're kind of wondering, like, is it going to stick? It really depends on what car the guy on the bottom and the top has.
This is sort of off topic, but also we'll circle back to the topic in the what's more of a detour than a switch up.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I was talking to a coworker today actually about NASCAR at Loudon, and now I definitely don't agree with his take, but he suggested that they raise the banking in New Hampshire to make it have more entertaining racing. To which my argument was, what's so special about each track is having those quirks and differences. And I think the Rock is a great example of that, where it's so like you said, it's short in length, but they just are able to carry such crazy speeds around it. But you also like, it's so much different, even though it's very much, as you put it, a very NASCAR track. It's much different than what you get from a lot of those intermediate tracks.
Definitely. And not to harp on your coworker too much, but you would have to reprofile the whole track. The straightaways are way too long.
I was more using it as an example, saying that each track having these quirks and differences is what makes oval racing exciting. It's what makes it fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy with what they've done with it. Obviously, people will complain about the repave. Like, what were you going to do? The pavement there was...
Yeah, I mean...
It was not raceable. It was not drivable. It was not, like... It was worse than North Wilkesboro pavement. Like, it needed to be repaved. And I think the repave offers an interesting racing experience. We're obviously considerably faster, not flatter, than it was before. We set track records, I believe, in both series this week. Could be wrong. Don't know about ARCA. But it makes for a more interesting, more aero-focused, which, again, for the Cups would have been horrible. But because these cars are much more side force reliant than down force reliant, it makes for such interesting racing where you can really manipulate the air in front of and behind the guy.
Yeah.
The guy behind, the guy chasing is really who's in control. They can sort of manipulate that air. And that's why I think it works with these two series at this track, with as aero-focused as it is. But I just had a fun time watching it. I love this track.
Yeah. Hard transition. Corey Heim. Heim time, baby.
He does it again.
I mean,
this guy's really damn good at driving trucks.
Near despicable that he does not have a full-time seat. It's something we've harped on before. It's something we'll harp on again because you know what? I'm gonna just straight up repeat myself. Damn near despicable.
It's just a bad look for NASCAR, in my opinion. It just goes to show how much more important money is than driver talent in this day and age.
Isn't it crazy that in a sport that cries from the hilltops about being superstar deprived, that we take a guy who won 11 races over the course of a Truck Series season and don't give him a seat?
Yeah, I mean, this guy, in every way imaginable, is your next superstar. I mean, you just cannot win that many Truck Series races.
He's like if Connor Zilch could actually run a Cup car.
It's like, it's just, there's no way he doesn't have talent if he won that many Truck Series races.
Well, and we've seen him run well in Cup cars. He does it. He has done it.
Cars, yeah.
Like, it's
just insane. I mean, he's showed every reason to deserve that.
I don't think,
at least at minimum, an O'Reilly's ride.
I don't think anybody would miss Riley Herbst.
Yeah, no. Monster Energy would, but...
Well, if anything,
they got 2311 they got close ties with that Herbst family.
If anything, 2311 would be sad about losing the Monster Energy money.
Yeah. That probably played a big role in him not getting a ride this year. Well, I think they already had a contract for Riley Herbst, to be fair. Yeah. But nonetheless, yeah, I mean, it's just a bad look overall.
Yeah, makes no sense.
When you have somebody like Riley Herbst there just running last.
Now, we say that like Bubba Wallace has had a beautiful season himself.
It started well, but so much more of it out of his hands. I mean, like Darlington, he literally got killed by his team owner.
Yeah.
In Martinsville, he lost his temper and, ruined his and other people's days.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to be the other guy on the side of the garage where, like I'm sure it's hard to be Valtteri Bottas being teammates with Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard to be the guy that is on the other side of the garage.
But
the guy
at least Valtteri showed in multiple occasions that there's a reason he's had that. Has Riley Herbst showed us anything in the Cup Series?
Yeah, I'm more in Bubba's case, but in Riley Herbst's case, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and people are so, what's the word? Recency bias. They're like, oh, he won races in O'Reilly's. Yeah, it took him years in good equipment in O'Reilly's cars. He went winless for so long in his O'Reilly's career in top tier equipment as his teammates won races in the same equipment. And even once he did start winning races, it was few and far in between.
And now he's done so much for the Cup Series.
Right. Yeah, it's just... when you have someone like Corey Heim who's setting records in his rookie year in the Truck Series, I mean, it's unbelievable.
And also, again, like I've already said, not for nothing, showing on the same track as Riley Herbst that he can put the same car Riley Herbst is driving in a higher place than Riley Herbst can put it.
Yeah, I was just... We'll just get pissed off if we go further down this rabbit hole. So let's move on. On a brighter note, Corey Heim now has 2 of the 3 wins that he needs to complete the Triple Truck Challenge. That's some extra cash in Corey's pocket, which is a good thing, as that is his biggest problem right now as far as getting a better seat or getting a full-time seat in any series. It's, they've been
Which,
doing
by
this.
the way, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's also insane. How does he not have every single big NASCAR sponsor that's ever existed, like, prying his pockets open to stuff money down it? That makes, team seat, whatever. How does he not have, that makes no sense. Like, the best
crazy.
sponsor he can get on his car is Robin Hood. Bro, it's Corey Heim.
And even then, how much of that is just from 2311?
Right, that's crazy. That's insane to me.
It's like I said, we will just get angrier and angrier if we continue down this rabbit hole. So yeah, Corey, some extra cash in his pocket. Happy for him. It's great to see him out there winning races. It's crazy. You put Corey Heim in a truck and he wins races. Who would have guessed, right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was not a guarantee, though. Well, he did dominate a lot of that race. It came to a very awkward conclusion as Corey seemed to complain of some problems. There seemed to be mixed signals between the broadcasts, thanks Fox, about what actually happened, if anything. But he slowed a little bit. He was dealing with a lot of traffic on track. And Hayden Honeycutt closed right up to him and even passed him for the lead in the closing laps.
But Corey Heim said, I'm not going to let my last year's car win this race.
Well, someone else said that for him.
Yeah, this is true.
Tanner Gray, another Tricon truck going a lap down, instead of lifting and letting both the leaders, who are also Tricon trucks, by to battle for the lead, he stays in the throttle and runs the top line and basically blocks it and cuts off Caden Honeycutt, allowing Corey Heim to win the race. Just probably a really awkward meeting at Tricon afterwards. Yeah. Just like, Mark Martin talked about it on DBC this week, where he said, me personally, when I raced, I would have lifted and got out of the way. But he also said that, racing culture nowadays is different, and there isn't really that sort of respect given, even between teammates. And
yeah, I don't know. I think there's a time and place for that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're two teammates and you're both, like, fighting for championship points, whatnot, etc., like, I could see a dumb situation like that, but, like, your lap's down, you're not fighting him closely for points.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it just is.
It'd be like
strange.
It would be like perfect example. It'd be like Riley Herbst throwing a block on fucking like Tyler Reddick for no reason being a lap down. Like it's just it doesn't.
Imagine if Bubba and Reddick were fighting for the lead.
Yeah.
And then Riley Herbst. Now he didn't necessarily like throw a block, but he just ran the top line hard. Didn't try to at all to get out of the way.
Effectively threw a block.
Yeah. And it affected the outcome of the race, where it really looked like Caden had the truck to beat in those last few laps there. I mean, he closed so much space on Corey, but not meant to be. And now Caden is going to win a race this year.
Yeah.
That's why I really don't think he's too worried about
especially
not getting this one.
Corey Heim's truck series schedule is very front-loaded.
Yeah.
Caden Honeycutt has plenty of season left.
I mean, if you don't have Corey Heim in these races, Caden Honeycutt's winning them. Yeah. I mean, like, Darlington, a little bit different, because that was really on Hocevar just getting too aggressive and damaging Caden's truck. That led to the whole sequence where inevitably Corey goes on to win that race. But, it's just how they work out sometimes. But Caden, and again, we'll talk about this more, but he's the guy this year. He is not putting up the same numbers as Corey Heim, but he is like the Corey Heim of this year.
Yeah, that 11 truck knows what it's doing.
They know how to cook up. They know what they're doing. The guys, they're good. But yeah, we'll circle back real quick on the racing because I have it here in the notes. I loved the racing once they got into traffic. I know that is kind of a weird thing to say, but having such an aero-sensitive track, it makes those decisions so important as to which lane you go for. And if you pick the wrong one, you could lose so much time, but on the same hand, you could gain so much time on the person in front of you.
Yeah.
So it was this like super fun and like almost like a cat and mouse game where the gaps would open up and then they would shrink all of a sudden. I think from what I've heard from other media members, how they talk about the racing, I think liked it more than a lot of those other guys did. They didn't say anything bad about it, but they were just like, it's when I really enjoyed what I saw on track. So I don't know what it was about it that I seem to like that other people don't like as much, but it's so unique. I mean, there's really nothing else like, I mean, it's most comparable to like, I don't know, like Dover maybe?
Yeah.
But even then, the racing is not comparable. I mean,
I think the issue is that people really only like people's definition of racing is like position for position, passing and repassing for. But when like all the small nuances and stuff like that are what make a full season of racing exciting.
I think part of it as well is a lot of these people remember what Rockingham was like, you know, however many years ago, and it doesn't race like that, and I think that's what lets down a lot of people because it is Rockingham and they expect it to race like Rockingham. And I think, yeah, it definitely doesn't race like the old Rockingham, but I think that sort of frustration that it's not the same maybe or almost blinds them a little bit to the fact that it was still good racing.
Yeah.
But
still entertaining.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it personally.
Moving on to the O'Reilly Auto Parts race. Willie Sawillie.
Mr. Sandwich.
First career O'Reilly Auto Parts win.
Indeed. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Got that Toyota driver development program. It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, love to see him doing good. Always love to see a first career win.
Yeah. Just happy for him, you know.
Pretty entertaining race.
After racing him so many times in NASCAR 25.
Yes, many a time. Many a time.
Dude's a little demon in the ARCA series. But
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me versus Sawillie for that championship.
Yeah. But, yeah, just super happy for him. I mean, it kind of felt like watching the Kimmy win all over again. Just like guys who'd just been grinding it out for a while, and to see him finally have success on that big stage. I expect more out of William throughout this year.
Yeah. Probably, and you should too.
Probably not the last time we're going to see him in victory lane.
No.
And like, because it was competitive. That race was competitive. It's not an easy series.
And he's been, like, it's not like this was a come out of nowhere win. Like, he's been running up high all year.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, to beat a JRM car.
Yeah.
In anything this year so far.
I mean, we're starting to hear people call this the Junior Motorsports series. So
that's great for him. Yeah. And I guess as a great segue into that.
Yeah.
Corey Day, we were mean to him just like everyone else was when he was being stupid. Because he was being very stupid.
Kid might be fast.
He made some very poor decisions. Definitely, I think the peak of that was wrecking Connor Zilic at Coda. That was really...
Yeah, that was a choice. However,
but
he may be quick.
Ever since that conversation with Mr. H, everything suddenly turned around, and he dominated the first 3/4 of this race.
Yeah,
really.
The car to beat.
There was a while where I just expected him to just lights out this whole thing and just.
That's the thing about stage racing, though, is you can never, ever, 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 ever count on that. Ever.
Stage cautions.
Ever.
When are we just gonna realize it's time for them to go? Like, honestly, it's not cool anymore.
When the advertisement check for the time that they spend running ads during the caution starts,
yes, they get 2 full ad breaks in the
when that starts not outweighing the negatives from everybody complaining about it, then they'll switch.
So they're never gonna end.
Correct.
Well, it just sucks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Corey Day, he was quick. And it hurts me a little bit just to have talked so much shit and then immediately flip and be like, oh, he's so good, to be like bandwagoning, but like,
yeah, hey,
I don't know what you want. He was being really dumb and all of a sudden he's being really fast now.
So good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep proving us wrong.
Yeah, I didn't have any natural bias against the kid.
No, it wasn't like fuck Corey Day. It was more like what the fuck Corey Day.
Yeah, it was like, what are you doing, Corey Day? And yeah, if he is just gonna keep running fast, keep doing this, we're all here for it. I mean, I won't speak for a whole fan base, but us two are here for it.
Yeah, Shit.
I mean, to just transition from dirt like that, have your struggles, but then within a few races, I mean, that normally takes guys seasons.
Yeah.
When they start struggling like that, start making those decisions, it usually takes a long time to sort of snap out of it.
Yeah.
And he's snapped
Took
out of it.
one conversation with Mr. H.
One conversation with the big man upstairs, and I'm not talking about God.
No.
And yeah, all of a sudden he's quick. Maybe that's what Mr. Hendrick does. He's not good at recruiting drivers. He's just good at sitting them down and having a real man-to-man talk. It makes you faster. That man's magical. I don't know how he just manages to find talent left and right.
Yeah. A lot of money for a lot of scouts.
True. Well, especially when they use their own drivers as scouts. Because, Corey was scouted by Larson.
Yeah.
And Jimmy was got by Jeff Gordon, who, would always joke later that, man, I wish I didn't get that kid. I probably could have won a bunch more championships. There were probably a lot of guys saying they could have won more championships if Jimmy Johnson wasn't there. But, yeah, that team's just really good at it. I mean, it's so smart, I feel like, to use their own drivers as scouts. Because, the drivers know what to look for probably more than anyone else.
Yeah, especially because, now, I guess it doesn't work for everybody, but as Kyle Larson, if you know what worked for you and what bred success for you coming from dirt to pavement, and then you see somebody starting to have the kind of inklings of what you were doing, you're going to start to be like, hey, maybe we can make this guy pretty fast on pavement. That's a pretty good insight. And that's something a scout's never going to get.
And it helps as well that Hendrick lets their drivers run so many of these other races. Well, specifically Larson. I don't really know how much the other drivers are doing.
I mean, I'm sure if they wanted to, they would.
But it just helps that they are at those tracks because instead of having to go on these scouting missions, they're racing. Yeah. But they're also observing their competition.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, it almost is like a two birds, one stone type of deal where, he's not there to scout. He's there to race, but he can also scout.
Yeah. I mean, you're never going to learn your competition better than fucking being behind him lap after lap.
Racing against him. That's what, I think a lot of the other teams are lacking because a lot of teams have been very scared about letting their drivers do other things. They're worried about injuries, especially Gibbs is the biggest thing. For the longest time, they were super uptight about no outside motorsports.
Like UPS and beards.
Yeah. What?
I think it was or maybe it was long hair. I don't know. Something. If you were a UPS driver, you couldn't have a beard or something.
Yeah, just stuff like that. But it's they're finally starting to loosen up in that now, letting Christopher Bell go run sprint cars. But I really think, I think the rewards, especially nowadays, outweigh the risks of, there is so much safety that, from what it seems like to me, there's more risk in letting your drivers go on skiing trips.
Yeah.
With Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott both injuring themselves recently on skiing trips, it seems like you're better off letting them run sprint cars and letting them go to the slopes.
Yeah, but, I guess so.
Nevertheless, we've gone far off topic here.
As we typically do.
But you know what? That's okay for this episode.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much racing this weekend, just a lot of NASCAR, so...
there is, but there isn't.
Yeah, there is, but there isn't.
It was a good classic stacked Bristol weekend, but...
Yes, that is.
But before we start talking about next week, we got one more huge topic to talk about. The one that everybody's been talking about. But I didn't want to start with it because, I don't know, maybe that's smart. Maybe that's better for retention. I'll think about that. Nevertheless, Cletus McFarland made his O'Reilly's debut, and it went better than I thought.
However, it didn't go good enough for NASCAR to want to see him in an O'Reilly's car anytime soon.
Well, in a big track anyways. He is approved for the rest of the short track.
Yes.
But and when I say it went better than I thought, because to be honest, I was expecting other damaged race cars.
Yeah.
He spun a couple times. He made mistakes on pit road. We knew that was going to happen. But the fact that they were just spins, he saved them all, never hit anything, and never hit anybody else.
Yeah. That's more than we thought we could ask for.
And finished one position higher than he qualified.
Hey.
I would say it is a win.
Yeah.
Even with everything else that happened. The fact that your car was not destroyed. Nobody else's race was destroyed. No one's mad at you. You just got to take it. You learned probably a lot
Yeah.
It was probably a great learning opportunity. Yeah, it sucks for him that he wasn't cleared for the big tracks yet, but I personally think is definitely for the best.
Yeah.
You just...
I mean, if you struggle like that at the Rock, imagine him trying to do any amount of laps around Dega.
Dega would be easy by himself.
I more meant in the pack of race cars.
I was worried about him at Kansas as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just like we see so many lap one crashes in the O'Reilly series because of like he's been kind of in the aero positions at Rockingham, but the aero positions you get put in Kansas are just next level in those O'Reilly cars. They get so tight with cars on the outside of them.
Yeah.
Like that track specifically for some reason, and those O'Reilly's cars are so side force dependent. And I just think as soon as he gets put in one of those positions, he's just getting sucked right around and it's going to be over.
He's getting sucked all over the place.
But what was really dangerous to me, because I mean, we know who the best team at super speedways is in the O'Reilly series.
Yeah.
It's RCR.
Yeah.
We all know that. So he would have qualified well.
You would think, right?
He probably would have qualified top 10.
So long as he didn't give a big old lifterooski.
Oh, he wouldn't. Come on, it's Cletus McFarlane.
That's true. Yeah, he'd rather fucking spin and
Yeah,
crash.
he'd rather spin out than lift.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But he would have started high, and so he would have either done the smart thing and immediately left the pack and went and learned, or he would have done the dumb thing like he did in the truck series, is actually try to run with the pack. Where you'll probably see the same exact thing in the truck series, or worse, where he comes back up and hits other vehicles. I just think it is way too soon.
I think it was a win that his first super speedway experiment didn't end in a car going upside down, and we're not going to find out if his second one
Now, to his credit, he finished 4th in the ARCA race. How many competitive cars were there? Not a lot. But clean race, ran in dirty air, didn't spin, got a top 5 result.
Yeah.
You just take those. I would say his weekend wasn't perfect, but it was definitely a lot better than probably me and a lot of other people were expecting.
That's probably for sure.
So, but I do ultimately agree with NASCAR's decision that this was moving way too fast.
Yeah.
I mean, from where we were last year to all of a sudden talking about putting him in a top-tier O'Reilly car at Talladega, like, I watched him, I was at the track in, 25, where he ran in the ARCA car at Talladega, and it was, it's just, there wasn't enough.
Yeah.
He ran all the way behind everybody, single file. He didn't learn enough about drafting racing, especially because, well, they're both the same type of racing. Daytona and Talladega are very different as far as racing goes. Especially, again, in those O'Reilly's cars. I almost think he'd be better off in a Cup car.
Yeah.
Just because the O'Reilly's cars are so much sketchier around those tracks. Especially, the Cup guys would be all running around fucking half throttle. We'll talk about that actually a little bit at the end of this race. Even though Talladega isn't next week, I do want to mention it because there was some talk about that from the NASCAR brass. But yeah, let's put a little bow on this. Cletus.
Didn't kill anybody. So double thumbs up.
Not amazing, but not terrible. You get 1 thumbs up and 1 thumbs middle.
Liveries. We all like looking at them, unless they're ugly, which is kind of the whole
Here,
point
look at these liveries.
of the segment.
Sorry. I actually meant to talk about this in the intro. We have our first Lego as part of our things. Between us, there's hundreds of pieces of racing memorabilia.
Yeah.
And so we're like, why do just diecast? We could just cycle through whatever. There will probably be a new thing every week. So today we have the Icons 2004 Ferrari.
Kind of new. Pretty new.
The newest Icons F1 car. So.
Newest Lego F1 car, I think.
Yeah.
Unless the Audi came out after it.
Oh, good point. We'd have to check.
Because the Audis aren't even in stores yet.
No, yeah. We'd have to check that. Editor Jack might do something about that. 50,
We're not going to hold Editor Jack to it, though.
Yeah. We'll see how he does. But yes, liveries.
You want to go first? You want to kick us off?
Sure.
Sure!
Kind of funny. As we were planning these out, I had planned mine a little bit before Brady.
Yeah,
and
I'm looking through the website, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to pick this one. And Jack goes,
I already picked it. And then he's looking for his L, and he goes, oh, I'm going to pick this one. I go, they say great minds think alike.
Yeah.
So,
And
this is clear proof of that.
yeah, clear, hard evidence.
Nevertheless,
It's like the grainiest picture of like Bigfoot you ever seen in your life. Clear evidence, clear cut evidence.
Cut and dry evidence.
Yeah, we might. Okay, actually, this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the first ever mid-episode wardrobe change.
Mid-episode wardrobe change, guys. This is crazy. Yeah, so my livery pick for this week, I'm going to start with my L, actually. I like the bad news first. I'm going with Jeb Burton's O'Reilly's car. My biggest gripe about this thing is the random piece of black after the front tire.
Yeah, I did see that.
I just like, why?
Yeah, so much negative space, and then you...
Two things I hate. Random color blotches that don't make sense and negative space.
And it has both.
And it has both, and they're in the same spot.
Yeah.
It's just do something. Like, come on, guys. It was just, and like, normally I don't hate the Celsius cars. Like, normally they're fine.
Yeah.
But that one in particular, not a fan. Now, my W livery, I picked maybe not objectively the best livery out on track, but I love ripping into a pack of football, NASCAR, whatever car. I just
ripping packs.
Ripping packs with the boys hits. So Frankie Muniz, number 33
with
Panini.
the kapow.
Yep.
Showing hard.
Yep. Or actually, it was something car themed. It wasn't like just regular kapow.
Oh, was it?
Hold on. Do you have your? We might have to double check. I'm pretty sure I remember it was like a little different. But yeah, shout out Panini cards. If you haven't done a night of ripping packs with your boys, you haven't lived. You need to change that. Kavroom. There you go. But no,
they should have got the licensing for Ka-Chow, bro.
It's Disney. Oh god, they would have had to give their soul. I don't know if that's a price.
That would have been like 1% of every pack sold ever for the rest of Panini's existence.
Yeah, that one's not worth it. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's really good. I love just opening packs.
No,
I don't even like with football stuff. I don't even care about the players half the time. It's just fun to open packs and get like limited cards, especially if you guys have ever opened NASCAR cards and they have the memorabilia cards as like actual pieces of carbon and whatnot. Like, you get straight up race car pieces in your cards. That's sick.
This is a crazy tangent. They had a couple NFL players last season wear golden NFL logos inside their because they have like a crest on each jersey.
Yeah.
So that logo would be gold. And so all of those gold emblems, I think there's like 7 or 8 maybe, got cut out and put into one-of-one cards.
Valuable.
One of one cards and packs.
I mean, like, what I do with my NFL ones, I have a friend who just like lists them online and just sells them. So I literally just rip the packs to rip the packs.
Yeah.
And then I give all the valuable ones to him.
Yeah.
He'll throw them up online, and it's like, whatever. I just had fun opening.
Anyways.
Yes. Sorry.
Bad news first. My L livery. Whoa. Every single Ram truck. I mean, look, like week 1, having every single truck being sponsored by Ram is like one thing.
It was cool. Everyone was all hyped about Ram being back.
So not only is livery nothing special to look at, but every single car looks the same with different colors. It's kind of boring. It's the same car every single week. The throwback weekend was really nice. Okay, so this weekend's spotter guide, throwback weekend at Darlington. Yes, Darlington spotter guide. Look at this. Look at these like top like 3 or 4. I kind of forget which ones are all that good. So beautiful. So now look how every single fucking car this week looks truck looks exactly the same.
This and must be what it feels like to do the news.
And they're not even that good.
No,
I'm so sorry, Jack, for making you switch between that image, or editor Jack, for making you switch between that image
fine.
Like 4 times. But like, do it like 2 more times just for fun.
No, he's not doing that.
Okay.
All right, let's get into some good news. How about that?
Willie's car was sexy. It's been like one of those like lookers on track that just has been like
I'm
outshined
not
by
gonna
other stuff
lie.
on the track.
I feel like that's one of the cars that like we'll look back on in like 10 years
Yeah.
and just be like,
Wow.
I have no reason why I say that. I
Yeah.
saw it as a diecast and I was like, I feel like we're just gonna look back on that car because I feel like from what I've heard, William Zawalich has direct ties to that company. So I
Yeah.
feel like as long as he's in NASCAR, that company is gonna be with him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna come one of those classic.
And it looks great, man. It looks
Yeah.
awesome.
The orange on the white.
Yeah, good color blocking, not much negative space.
Nah,
It's been one of those.
It flows.
It's been one of those liveries that I feel like has just been outshined by other better
Yeah.
liveries. And this week, I didn't think there was any.
That's
So,
what's tough, and we'll probably get some further down the line as we start to knock off. You know,
Yeah.
obviously the first however many weeks we've done, it's been a lot of special liveries going
Yeah.
on, so we usually just pick those. But at some point, we gotta just point out just good liveries that people run regularly.
There will eventually be dud weekends, and the average week in, week out good liveries will get their
They
shine.
will, yeah, they will have their time to be recognized because there are definitely some bangers.
Yeah, a ton of bangers. I mean, one I just immediately like to get up, that DeWalt Seabell livery, so sexy. But
Oh, okay. Wait, sorry, the face you were making at me had me really scared, thinking you were gonna say it's
no,
bad.
no.
I was
No,
gonna
but
say,
just
I
like-
love.
just-
I've always loved the DeWalt car.
one out of the million that I could name right now, that one in particular is like a.
Well, and I love that there is like so many variations of it.
Yeah.
Like, no two. I mean, between the seasons, yeah, but like, yeah, between years they change them enough so that like if you had a line of them going from every year they've done it, they change a little bit, but they're still good.
Right, it's still. Anyways, tangenting aside, LNW. I'm also gonna let you go first this time around.
Alrighty. So my L, and it's funny that I just talked about this in the exact opposite way, but I put no cup date for Rockingham. I mean it more in the extent that as of right now, it should not have a date purely because I think it would suck. But I think that objectively it deserves a date because of what they've done with the track, all the renovation they've done, the crowd that they were able to get out there for a lower series weekend. Could you imagine? I mean, you would have to build a new grandstand if you got Cup Series out there.
Yeah.
Now, I think that, like I said, the package needs to be fixed before, because it just don't go there and put on a shit race.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. You're just gonna make people people actually hate Rockingham, and then I'm gonna have to go into every comment section and defend it, and that's gonna suck. So while I did directly go against this, it's more a thing of I just think they've put so much work into this event that it objectively deserves a cup date, even if I think cups shouldn't be there until they fix the package. If that makes any sense at all. At all. And my W of the week, didn't see this coming, it's Cletus. I think so many things could have gone wrong here that didn't. Enough that he deserves a W.
Fair enough.
The fact that his car wasn't destroyed, no one else's car was destroyed, no one's race was ruined, he moved out of the leader's way when he was getting lapped. He did most things right. Did he make some over-aggressive moves and spin out? Yeah. But considering, especially with how sketchy aero-wise this track is, he proved that he does know how to drive a car very well. Even if he doesn't quite understand NASCAR racing all that well.
That he did.
We got to see examples of his pure wheelmanship, which no one denies. That man has drifted all the way around his racetrack.
That is true.
In one consistent drift. That's not easy.
No.
He's done all sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm giving him the dub. I've been very negative about Cletus, so I want to show that I don't hate him.
Fair enough.
I just believe in the system. I've seen the system my whole life. I don't believe in not doing the system.
Yeah, I don't think you get to skip steps.
Nope.
Anywho, my L is going to be something we talked about earlier. Caden Honeycutt getting cock blocked out of a W. And, it's really unfortunate, especially from your Tricon teammate.
Yeah,
It's just not something you want. Again, something you already talked about, but
he's got that win coming. That's why I don't think he's stressing too much about it. He knows. Surely he must know that it will happen.
Now, my W. It's Heim time, baby. It's Heim time.
Wouldn't you look at that time?
Yeah, enough said. It's Heim time.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm so happy for him.
Love it.
I love that he's just proving what we
just
said
like
at the
spitting
start
on
of
the
season.
shoes, and everyone
Yeah.
wouldn't give him a seat. It's great.
Which one day we'll release the files. We made so many predictions that came true in that video, and it's not going to see the light of day for so long.
That's true. That is true. We talked about 23-11 going off.
we
We
talked
talked about
about
freaking...
23-11 becoming a top tier team before they won the 500.
Talked about Corey Heim not getting a seat.
And how he deserved it, and he's proven that clearly.
Wow. We're just geniuses.
It's just as we've already proved.
Yeah, we'll release the files one day.
One day.
It'll be like the number 000.
Yeah, it'll be a special. Maybe it'll be an off-season thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that.
Or if we're like getting like close to like a milestone or something, being like get us to like
Get
this
us
amount
to
of
our
followers.
first 100 subscribers or something like that. And
Get us our first 100 subscribers and release the files.
release the file. Either that or just like a mid-off-season like throwback, like, hey, remember this or something.
Anyway, we're tangenting. We gotta stop doing that.
We're doing it. We're becoming every other NASCAR show. All right, let's do our whole thing that we're supposed to do.
Bristol, baby!
It's Bristol, baby. Yeah, we're at the the last great Coliseum. Fuck that one up. First talking point.
Romans thought they had a fucking cool.
Yeah, come on now. Child's play, I tell you.
Bristol, baby!
The Truck Series entry list for Bristol.
Stacked. Oh my! Do we have it?
We
Can
don't.
Okay, I don't even care. I'm pulling
That's
out
all
my
right.
phone for
We're
this.
pulling it out.
Because
they
dude,
pull out their phones on the biggest NASCAR shows and look up stuff. We
'Cause
can do it
the
on our
entry list
on our indie show we have here.
Yeah, literally.
You know, it is nuts the amount of talent in this race. Corey Heim is in it, as we've talked about him. We know he's the guy in the Truck Series.
So, as for non-Truck Series regulars, go Corey Heim, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch. We have Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, and Carson Hocevar. That is 8 Cup Series drivers in the Truck Series race.
Well, and Corey Heim. He's not a Cup Series.
Okay, sorry. 7 Cup Series drivers and another one who should be a Cup Series driver.
And the one who is probably going to win that race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just insanely stacked lineup. And we saw it kind of at Darlington, and we saw it at Daytona. It wasn't quite the same because it's Daytona. But definitely saw it at Darlington. I really did think it made the race a lot more engaging.
Yeah.
I mean, just to have this many names at Bristol, at such a bullring of a track, like they're almost guaranteed to run into each other at some point.
Hopefully.
That'll be interesting. And it's just insane that we talk about this, all that stacked lineup, and we're still talking about can any of them beat Corey Heim. That's how good he is.
That's
the aura he has.
Time, baby.
That he's built for himself. That he just when you have damn near a quarter of the Cup grid entering in a truck race.
But is there a better driver at driving that truck car? That Tricon
truck car.
That Tricon truck car.
I would argue, as far as we've seen, no.
I don't think there is.
Not recently.
No.
So
yeah.
I think it'll be super interesting to see because, I mean, he was able to beat the Cup guys at Darlington, but it wasn't dominant at all. Yeah. It was a late race restart. So
can he finish off the Triple Truck Challenge?
That I would love to see that. I'm going to be rooting for him just because of that because he could really use the extra cash.
Yeah.
Not saying he's broke, but...
Like, in terms of, like, sponsoring a further racing career.
Exactly. Getting more rides. It really helps to have that money. As we've talked about, and is clearly obvious by Patrick Star-Poli stealing Nick Sanchez's job, and then Nick Sanchez has to miss at least one race. We don't know for sure if he'll be at Bristol, but that just sucks. I don't want to tangent again here. This is the last race of the Triple Truck Challenge, as we already mentioned. And I'm just now realizing that I didn't write anything else down for the Truck Series this week. It's Trucks Bristol.
Yeah, I mean...
It's never a bad race. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a bad Bristol Truck Series race. The trucks run fast when they're loose, and with loose trucks comes sketchy racing sometimes. It's Bristol, man. It can't be bad.
Guess who else is going to be at Bristol? O'Reilly's.
True.
They're going to be there.
Not Ford, though.
No.
All but one. Can you believe this? I can't really believe this.
Wait. I didn't even know about this. What happened?
There's only one Ford left in the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
How did this happen?
Well, losing Haas was a big one.
Well, yeah, I knew about that.
And they were already at so few. And they've had other small teams back out because they're out of money.
Damn.
They're down to just a 5-car.
Damn.
Crazy, right?
That's insane.
I don't know how Ford lets this happen. I get that they're not as invested in the ladder as like Toyota is, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I don't know as a brand how you can be okay with a sport that you're featured in just letting your brand fizzle out and run out of money.
Yeah.
I don't, that's crazy to me. That's a bad look. The 5 looks like they could go under as well, and then you're just out. You're just not in there at all.
Yeah.
And how
That's
do
an
you
interesting
bring a driver through the ladder? Like, I don't know. That's just it's kind of beyond me.
It's kind of tough, and it's like it's not. Yeah, it's especially interesting because of what like Ford is like Penske's a fucking big baller ass team in NASCAR, and yet as for the rest of NASCAR goes, Ford's just kind of.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean they're with they're in the trucks. Sorry, I couldn't think of the team.
They are in the trucks.
They definitely have bigger counts.
Yeah,
but it's interesting. I mean they're clearly invested in the Cup Series, but even then Penske's kind of had like a meh season. Joey Logano's been not amazing the last few weeks.
Oh no, anyways.
Obviously, Ryan Blaney's been leading the way at Penske for a while now, even though Logano has more championships. Thanks, playoff format.
Well, so, and this is what I wanted to talk about actually, so it's a pretty good segue. I don't, like, in this day and age in NASCAR, do championship, like, if you're listing off somebody's historical stats, I almost feel like wins, period, means significantly more than championship wins. Like,
I agree.
If you have a guy that's
in this day and age,
in this format specifically, even in the chase, I think those championships are whatever, right? Yeah. Like, not a full season format, but
it's better though.
In the one race format, like if you, a guy with 2 championships that has 30 race wins versus a guy that has no championships and 60 race wins, like, who was the better driver over their career?
Yeah. Even
Even though one of them was a 2-time champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just,
well, if you're talking about Logano, that's a 3-time.
Right? So, like, what do we... Like, I don't feel... It's unfortunate because of what
It just
NASCAR
almost
did to
seems
their own
like
sport.
when you're looking through the stats, you have to, like, asterisk every playoff championship. And it sucks because you don't want to have to do that. You don't have to go through your archive stats and have to see an asterisk like this was won on the one race system.
NASCAR like ruined their like own legacy,
their validity.
Literally, you call these people NASCAR champions, and all of the fan base is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was so dumb to take the validity from a championship and expect it to still be viewed the same. It's
so blech.
Yeah. They just copied the Super Bowl format and expected it to just work. Another thing that if we just rant about it, we're going to get more angry. We were talking about the O'Reilly series.
Anywho.
And somehow ended up at Cup Championships. But I guess as a last... did we even make... Yeah, we did. We were talking about Ford. Sorry, we got so tangent I forgot what we were talking about. There are 2 Cup Series faces in the O'Reilly's field. That being
personal friend, Connor Zilch. Me and him go way back.
Obviously. No. You and Denny go way back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Me and Instagram
follow.
Basically, best friends.
Yeah, me and Denny Hamlin are like this.
No, so Kyle Larson.
This car right here.
And Connor Zilch.
Yeah.
Both for Hendrick/JRM. That sort of hybrid crossover joint team.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a lie. That is all JRM. Nope, because Corey Day's full time. Yep, sorry. Getting my stuff mixed up. I was thinking of Kyle Larson in the 17 for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the hybrid team. It's just Connor Zilic is in the 1. I was going to say the 9, but yeah, he's in the 1. And then the 88. With Rajak Ruth running the Jordan Anderson car this week, unfortunately. But it's Bristol, man. I mean, if this is one of those tracks that he could probably have a good run in the Jordan Anderson car. It takes a good driver, man. So we'll see. Other than that, basically same thing as trucks. These vehicles just race pretty good at Bristol. They never put on a bad race.
So
it's always fun. So we'll see.
Hopefully we can expect good things.
See if anybody can beat JRM this weekend. With Kyle Larson on their team, it's going to be tough. With Kyle Larson, Connor Zilic, and Justin Allgaier.
I don't know if anybody going to beat JRM.
That's like the three-headed dragon meeting, except none of the dragon heads are dumb. Or if you want the dumb one, it could be Zilic with his season this so far, but I won't.
See you, bro said, I'm not going to go there. Like, he didn't just go there.
No, I'll go there, yeah.
That's it, bro. Go fuck. Anyways.
All right, let's talk about Cup, because they actually have some talking points here. Goodyear bringing some new tires left and right. That's all of them for those keeping track at home. I'm sorry, that was really dumb.
A car has 4 tires.
They are looking for, not necessarily fall off, but they're looking for day-to-day consistency and not having the weather play so much of a role where really with their setup, they went softer, but it was to the point where like, if it was a 20 degrees difference, you'd have a completely different race. Yeah. Which is strange. You don't want that because you don't want that level of unpredictability. So, I just don't know what they're going to base it off because they said they did a tire test in March, but it's probably pretty cold. It's been pretty cold. Yeah. Obviously, I don't live in Bristol. I don't live in Tennessee. I live in New England. So, of course, it's been cold here. But I think it's been cold down there, too.
Or at least not as warm as it is now.
Yeah. So we'll see. And it's supposed to be very warm so far. From the weather forecast I've seen, it's supposed to be quite warm in Bristol this weekend. I saw as high as like 75. So if that's the case, and we were using last year's tire, that would assume that the tires aren't going to lay rubber. It's going to be very single groove, and it's going to be hard to pass. So we're going to look for, in these tires, if regardless of temperature, they can lay rubber, they can wear more, and they can create the comers and goers and really make the passing that we want to see at short tracks.
Now, the other thing new at Bristol, not just specific to Bristol, but something that Bristol will be experiencing for the first time, is more horsey powers.
And less downforce.
I think maybe the more important of those two things for the entirety of the NASCAR schedule being the horsey powers. However, them both plus the new tire, you would think.
Less diffuser. Now, I wonder, this is a complete tangent, but I do wonder if you order a short track die cast, if you'll get the smaller diffuser. Because, I mean, when you get super speedways, you get the wing.
Did they do extra horsepower at Darlington or no?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, they had the.
Would that affect the visual package though?
Well, it has a smaller diffuser.
So because I got the Reddick win.
Oh right, you did. But you didn't mean to though. It was just his phone like slipped and went up, and as he caught it, he hit the perfect combination.
My phone does this thing all the time where I'll be like scrolling reels, and then randomly my like credit card information is put in for a die cast that I want to pre-order, and it's just like,
and then it hits ship, and it's like crazy.
And it's like, why did that happen when I was just scrolling reels, minding my business? Anyways,
and it just orders die cast. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then they show up, and I'm like, where did this come from? Yeah. I ordered this. What the heck?
It's crazy.
It's wild. Yeah. It's wild that happens. But I accidentally just while scrolling reels, just randomly popped on my screen that I ordered the Tyler Reddick Darlington win diecast.
So I guess we'll see in like October when that finally ships. We'll,
Like fucking.
it's not mean to Lionel. I get their custom made. You gotta,
Yeah.
No hard feelings, but it does kind of suck to drop that much
I
money.
got the Wicked tangent, by the way. I got for that
We've
particular.
been doing it all day. We might as well
For that
continue.
particular one, I got like the color chrome one because it's like the shimmery Xfinity thing. So I'm hoping that one.
That's
looks...
sick.
Anyways.
All right, what were we talking about? We were talking about package. So pause. Yeah, so we'll have the higher horsepower, 70 horsepower with the limited diffuser. Hopefully it helps. I mean, with a mixture of new tires, more horsepower, less downforce, we're throwing the whole book at this damn car. If this can't fix it, it might just be time to scrap the car.
Yeah.
Like, how many renditions can you do before you realize that it's just a bad car? We'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Hopefully the Gen 8 isn't poop.
From a butt.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Let's hope the new Indy car is good as well. Completely unrelated.
Yeah. Let's hope the new Indy car starts going to more ovals. Particularly this one oval that happens to be pretty close to where we live, up in Loudon.
The closest race to us is Canada. That's so dumb.
Yo, no, because real shit too, circling way back, I was talking to that same coworker just about Loudon in general, and he like went to IndyCar at Loudon for like years.
Yes.
Years.
That's how a real New Englander would say it.
Wicked pissa or whatever.
That race was wicked.
But
I had a fucking Sam Adams. It was fucking sick.
I got a sick guy.
We got Duncan's on the way there. All right,
Duncan's.
So let me just have a quick. Hey, IndyCar. So we live in America, in New England, and the closest IndyCar race to us is in Canada. Please fix that. Thank you.
And I personally promise we will be attending and paying full price for tickets. So
I would go to the Washington Grand Prix, still further away than Canada, but you fucking scheduled it the same fucking weekend as the one NASCAR race in New Hampshire. What are y'all doing? All right, I'm done with the close-up mic stuff, but
I don't know, that's gonna make the episode right there, but hey.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay. One last thing on Cup, and then we'll stop tangenting, I swear. It's been a tangenty episode.
But there's been not much to talk about. We gotta fill time.
I kind of like a fun little tangenty episode.
Yeah, we gotta fill a runtime. Come on now.
Some changes coming for Talladega. Nothing major. Stage length
I'd like to, just because of the way that segue worked, we're still going to Bristol next week. There just also were some changes announced for Talladega.
Yeah, which is 2 weeks. Bristol, Kansas, Talladega.
Yes.
So, from what I've heard, it is going to be a long stage 1 and then 2 short stages to finish. Basically, each of the final 2 stages are going to be 1 fuel run long, so they won't have to worry about pitting during the last stage. In theory, thinking that because they won't have to worry about pitting, they'll just actually race. Will it work? I don't know.
And we'll find out.
I mean, stage 1 will probably be... So this is the thing, though. This is what I need to remind people, is that even in the good days of speedway racing, it didn't mean racing hard every lap. You had fuel saving even in the most exciting races. The thing you should be worried about isn't the fuel saving. It should be that when they don't want to fuel save, they're not capable of racing.
Yeah.
I don't even care if we spend 3/4 of the race running full throttle. Or half throttle rather, is what pisses me off is when they are ready to go full throttle, they can't do nothing. You can't make a third line. You can't pop out a line because you're just going to immediately suck backwards. Don't stop stressing so much about spending, because they would do the same thing when you had 50 laps of Dale Jr. leading the top line at Talladega. That wasn't exciting. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
It was just a single file line of cars. They were doing the same thing.
Just because your nostalgia tells you it was awesome doesn't mean it was awesome.
But I'm not saying the package is good. What I'm saying is the fans are worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You need to be worried about the fact that once they do want to race, they can't. Whoever is in the lead usually stays in the lead.
Yeah.
There's no shuffling. There's no line movement.
At the very most, the top 4 or 5 will mix and
Yeah,
mix
they
around a
can
little
sort
bit.
of mingle between them. But they can't. The only time they've been able to make a third line is when the manufacturers don't want to work with themselves so bad that they cuck themselves.
Yeah.
It's the only time. I'm referring to 2025 Daytona Summer, where Ryan Blaney was able to squeak through, right? That was, yeah. Yeah, you watched that at my house.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Literally just from the manufacturers cucking each other because they didn't want to work with each other. But it's so dumb. So yeah, don't stop complaining so much about the fuel saving. They've always done that. Start complaining about the fact that the full throttle racing is worse than the half throttle racing. That's my TED Talk for today.
Real shit.
So yeah, let's take a look at that schedule real quick. It's another shorty. I think possibly the same length, if not shorter than last week.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we got a lot to go over.
Got a doozy.
So Friday, April 10th, that is. 3:30 is Truck Series practice. 4:30 is Truck Series qualifying. 7:30 is the Truck Series race. Then on Saturday, 2 p.m. is the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series practice, followed by the 3 p.m. qualifying, followed by a 4:30 Cup Series practice, followed by a 5:30 Cup Series qualifying, and then to round off the night, it will be 7:30 start for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300 at Bristol. Then Sunday, April 12th, the biggin, the 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Cup Series Food City 500 at Bristol.
That was good. Drop the mic. So I just had, shout out to Lego, by the way, for putting the plank on the bottom. That was really cool. Just a nice little addition there for lore accuracy. And if you know us, you know we care about lore accuracy. There we go. All right.
Race picks.
Race picks. You want to...
Yeah, I'll kick it off since you went first for the other two.
Wait, do you...
Yeah,
okay.
Oh yeah. So for Truck Series, I'm going to take him to do it 3 times in a row, baby.
I left it to him for a reason.
Corey Heim. It's Heim time. Now, in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, it's kind of hard to say. I feel like there's a couple of guys that you can count on to win. My theory for anytime Connor Zelch is in a O'Reilly's car, he's a contestant to win, has kind of not really been proven right this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what you did a couple weeks ago. I'm pulling a last-minute curveball, and I'm taking Jesse Love.
Yeah. He's a good racer.
Great race car driver.
There's nothing bad about that.
No,
pick.
great race car driver. I just like... Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did that like same exact thing.
Yeah. For last-minute curveball, Jesse Love. And then... Y'all might need to buckle. So what I'm about to do is either about to out me for having 0, and I mean 0 NASCAR knowledge, or...
Oh, no.
Or it's about to basically make me
a
genius of all time. I'm predicting
He's looking.
that this 2026, what is it called this year? The Food City 500.
It's called that almost every year now, but that's all right.
The Food City 500 in 2026 will be the first career Cup Series win for Carson Hocevar.
He's marking it down. If it hits, he's a brilliant man.
I'd also just like break the fourth wall. I don't know why I chose to do that. I just I don't know. We were thinking about it before the episode, and I was like, Carson, why not? Fuck it.
Why not Bristol?
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it. All right. So, for the Truck Series, I'm going with the second best option, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of Cup drivers, but Caden Honeycutt showed that he is the best full-time, for sure, in the Truck Series. I just, especially after last week where he came
Jack's stressing out more about that first win than Caden is.
Honestly, it might be true. For O'Reilly's, I picked... I'm not going to say it's a layup, because last time he ran the O'Reilly's car, he really wasn't, amazing. He wasn't bad. But Kyle Larson, he's really good at Bristol. and I'm hoping should be good in an O'Reilly's car in theory. It's a JRM car. The 88's been quick.
Would think.
All the ingredients are there.
Yeah.
But can they chef it up?
You have Kyle Larson plus track Kyle Larson is good at plus fast car.
In theory, these things should meld well.
You would think.
We'll see if they can do it.
Yeah.
That's my pick. For Cup Series, I'm going to go with the classic Bristol pick, that being the numero 11, Denny Hamlin.
The numero 11.
Yeah, I don't remember 11 in Spanish, guys. Sorry.
Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin. He's done what I really think the biggest thing is just going to come down to what the tires end up actually doing, which makes
if it's a classic Bristol race or if it's a luck Bristol race.
It makes it a little harder to predict because when we had the no fall off races, there were times where Denny Hamlin just the whole field.
Yeah.
So if it turns out to no fall off, I think him or Kyle Larson are a good pick. If it does fall off, who knows?
Anybody.
I mean, like literally last Bristol race with the fall off, you couldn't have predicted the winner to the last 20 laps.
No.
It was actually just
I think I even actually saw
literally just pit cycle every 30 laps.
I think I saw a clip of C. Bell talking about it.
Yeah.
And he was like
it was a total crapshoot.
Yeah, like
so if it comes to that,
it depends on what kind of Bristol we see. If we see a Bristol like we saw last year where it just ends up being a fucking drink shaker, you know.
Ends up being a what?
Anyways.
So yeah, that was some picks that y'all can, I guess, look forward to, see if any of them hit.
Yeah.
I would like to mention Brady did win last week. Got the
2-time reigning champ now, back-to-back weeks.
Yep, correct. He got the pick for trucks. Obviously, he nailed that on the head, and then did also pick Allgaier, who finished third for O'Reilly's, which was ahead of my pick.
You picked.
Hold on, I actually have it written down here. I picked Raja.
Get Jack came prepared.
I tried. So yeah, Brady wins picks again. We're headed into a classic, famous NASCAR track for all three major NASCAR series.
Hopefully the new Cup package can make it some entertaining racing.
Yep. We got trucks and O'Reilly's are both going to be under the lights this weekend, which we always love.
Yeah.
Bristol night racing.
And they always put on good enough shows at Bristol at least.
Nothing like it.
No.
So yeah. Enjoy watching the racing this weekend. Hopefully.
Yeah, tune into some racing this weekend.
Don't miss it.
All right. Jesus. I can't wait to fucking talk about fucking
Race cars.
we're talking about race cars? I was just going to talk about fucking.
We're talking about back shots, and I'm not talking about no tandem drafts.
Put on your hat.
It's so hard. Like, I need a third arm.
Here.
Because, like, I want... Here. Put it, pause as deep as it can go.
I'm going to put it as deep as it'll go.
We're here to talk about The Rock, and not the one in my pants.
Well, no, because that was last.
With hearts, lights, and engines pulsating.
It's not all, it's pulsating.
Dude, what a freaky intro to the show.